And welcome back to part 2 of Module 3, the type of clients you can expect with a blog investigation service. So, the next type of client you can expect is, of course, lawyers. Now, I would tend to put the lawyer client pretty much second after the spouse client in terms of requested work. Now, reason for this is when you have a lot of blog investigations going on, usually, in my experience, the two that have been the biggest have been spouses and then lawyers. Because, again, you're dealing with the same type of cases. And with a lawyer as your client, the two biggest types of cases you're going to be working on are going to be a divorce case involving a blog or an insurance case involving a blog. So, these are going to be your two biggest requests, at least in my experience. But there could be a lot of other ones as well when it comes to a lawyer. Now, with a lawyer for a client, I always run a screen recorder each and every time I do any work on the case. One of the main reasons is it makes it easier to bill them. And it also comes in handy in case I have questions about how the information was accessed or obtained. And again, always, you've got to remember that your work will end up in court. So make sure that you're being very meticulous about everything you're doing, that you're recording everything, that you're taking good notes on everything. And when you're doing work for a lawyer and you know that your work is going to end up in court, you need to really make sure that you follow the steps for doing a blog investigation exactly like I outlined them. You'll have a checklist that you're going to follow. You're going to stick to that checklist, because this will make sure that you're following a good procedure when doing a blog investigation. And of course, always make sure you turn the report and evidence over on a DVD only. This should be with any client, not just lawyers, every single one of your clients. When you turn a report over to them and any evidence you collected, it needs to be on a DVD. The reason being, you never want to provide a report or evidence on a USB stick to a lawyer or anyone, because with the USB stick it can get accidentally erased. Something could happen to it. When you're using a DVD, that will not get erased. It is the best, safest way to do it. Now, what about the idea of having a public individual as a client? And with this is kind of a catch-all category of clients. Now, this is not a spouse or an ex-spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-partner, something like that. It is a public. Now, when I get a client like this, I usually double and triple check on my client before taking this type of case from them. The reason being, when I have a request from somebody that is not directly related to whoever I'm trying to find out with a blog or a posting on a blog, something usually is going on more than what they're telling me. And a lot of times these clients are trying to find out something about another person on their blog or on the other person's blog. Now, a few of these possible reasons could be something like, oh, this is an old friend of mine and I'm trying to connect back with them. Or, oh, I want to interview this person for a job. Or this could be an ex-girlfriend, boyfriend of mine that they're saying. Or maybe it's this person posted something about me and I want to know who it is. You could also have the situation where they say this person threatened me or my child or a spouse online. All of these are definitely possible requests that you could get. This is why you need to be very, very careful when you have a client like this. Now, each client will be looking for a different result for their case based on their needs. So remember to always conduct your core investigation with each client. That means follow the procedures you're going to be learning. Make sure you do your interview process with all of your clients that we're going to be covering next. And of course, as always, make sure they sign the contract first and that you get paid up front as well. Because when it comes to a blog investigation and the types of clients you're going to be running into, some of these clients could be a little bit interesting and you need to make sure that you're following all the exact procedures. Now, next, just a reminder, 2 pieces of software that I've talked about here. One is Ghost 2015. That is the program that I use to anonymize all my connections to the internet. You can go to the following website and purchase that. It's pimall.com/store/ghost-2013 instant download. Or you can go and get a instant download of the Investigator Backup Tool at pimall.com/store/investigator backup tool-2. So both of these links are where you can go and see more information about 2 of the pieces of software I've talked about already in this program. And make sure you check both of those out. And I will see you in the very next module. Just a reminder, this class is brought to you by the PI Classroom. The Blog Investigations class is a free class from the PI Classroom. You can find out about other classes at www.piclassroom.com. And you can check out our latest software and DVD classes that are available at www.pimall.com/store. See you in the next episode, everybody.